Seeing me will be the last thing you ever do live.
Hey guys, Yellowstone Season Part 2 recently aired, and it showed us the death of John Dutton. Episode 9 was all about how Beth, Rip, and Kayce found out about his murder and how it was framed as a suicide. It was also revealed that Sarah Atwood was the real murderer, but no one except Jamie knows about it. Though Jamie was upset about it, he later found out he was unknowingly involved in it. And when Sarah made him realize he is the new king, he kept his mouth shut. He let his hands down in front of Sarah's curves. Episode 10 of this season begins with flashbacks, before the mishap where we see Beth visiting Rip, who was in Texas with his team, herding cattle and fighting snakes. We also see a happy family of Kayce, who are separately living from the Duttons and are rebuilding their home. Both Beth and Kayce's family are happy and far from Montana. Now, in the present, we see Beth goes to Attorney General office to visit her brother. When Jamie enters the office, Beth was already there. She had doubts that Jamie was the murderer, so she was there to assure it. She asks Jamie to close the door. He denied. She replied it was for his own benefit. But he still denied. The entire time, Jamie was not looking to her eyes. She goes near to him and asks him to look in her eyes. He tries, but could not. She gives him a tight slap. Still, he could not face her. She hits him another one. She asked him if he killed their father. Even after multiple slaps in his office, in front of his officials, neither he retaliated nor he denied. He stood there with his heads down as a guilty. Beth then promises to kill him and said she will be the last thing that Jamie would see from his naked eye. When she was leaving, she saw Sarah. She grabs her neck, calling her a viper, and smashes her in a table. Ellis asks Kate to call the police, but Jamie denies. Sarah then laughs at Beth, and angry Beth leaves the place and calls Kayce. Kayce was in his truck with his family who were returning to Montana with him. Hearing from Beth that Jamie and Sarah are the culprits, he fumes out. He then calls a guy who knows some organizations and hitmen who kill people for money. He reveals about his father's situation and tells him to help him find out who is behind it. He does not reveal about his plan to any of his family. The guy said, "Kayce better be cautious because these people are much more dangerous than he thinks." On the other hand, Jamie seems to be filled with guilt. But Sarah reminds him he is the future governor and he has won the battle against his father. He does not need to worry about anything, and now he owns the entire Dutton kingdom. Meanwhile, Ellis says to Jamie that Dutton's death has presented new opportunities. Jamie says a state can't afford the ranch, and it should be used for the community, which will happen if it's given to Ellis's company. He assured that he will reinstate the lease that John Dutton had terminated. Hearing this, Ellis assured him that he would support him in the elections for the governor's office. Jamie is happy hearing as his chance of becoming the governor has increased. Sarah then asks him to have a feast, and she gives her body to Jamie. Jamie deliciously enjoys Sarah from top to bottom, and all his guilt and bad feelings has gone. That's it for this video. If you like the content, like our video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon for notifications.